NVDA move. But looking at it now, I think we all wish that we held from 140. So this is probably going to be my main watch today. I'm kind of weary on trying to chase things after they've kind of made that all-time high break. I think yesterday kind of was its break. However, we caught the pretty solid part of the move. I mean, we missed the opening move because it literally just, there was no pullback. It was just the first candle with green, second candle green, and it just didn't stop. So we ended up kind of catching it from 140 to 141. And then to me, it didn't do anything. And it just kind of made, barely made a new high. And the last like 10 minutes of the day, it moved almost $2, and then it moved into after hours as well. So, it was up quite a bit, but it's like you had to be there for the last 10 minutes for that. So, but the first thing I noticed here is, we got NASDAQ down, like I said, almost, over 0.5% here. And NVIDIA is pretty much flat. I mean, we're down about 50-ish cents from where we closed yesterday. So to me, that's pretty good because Apple, I went to bed last night thinking, you know what, Apple's going to be a great play tomorrow. We have all-time high 237.50. We closed at 236.50. We rejected off there the day before. This is great. And you can see what's going on here. We're currently sitting at 234. So that probably, to me, that's like a 99% chance we're not going to see 237 today. And even if we did, it would kind of be a scenario like this, where we open down here and just it takes the entire day to get back up there. So that kind of makes me not want to be there to trade that. So I'm kind of taking that off my watch. I mean, I'm going to keep an eye on it in case something crazy happens. But to me, that trade is kind of ruined. Other than that, we got Tesla earnings tomorrow, guys. Right, I believe so. Right, Wednesday after close. Yep. So tomorrow after close, Tesla has earnings. I have no interest in trading it right now. It's obviously been very, very flat and choppy. But that kind of makes sense because earnings is either going to rip this thing down to like, sub 200, or it's going to bounce it back up and get this thing on the road. So we'll see what happens with that. But my advice is to stay away from that until then. Netflix had another, made a new high yesterday. I think it's going to, volume, you can tell here. I mean, look at the volume down here, right? Pretty high volume. And yesterday, day two after earnings, typically you'd see elevated volume a little bit, and it didn't even meet half of what it did the day before. So probably just going to stay away from that too. Again, guys, as boring as some of these trading days may be coming into the election, to me, it's the safest thing for us to just, I rather miss one or two trades that, could have worked out than try to force every trade that I can find and lose money. And that doesn't mean lose money for a day. That means losing money for the month or the week, right? You don't want to do that. So I think, I'm trying to tell myself, I rather me not signal anything and keep everyone safe than force trades and lose people money. So, if you want to be that guy who sits here and forces a trade on your own because Ethan isn't signaling, that doesn't mean you can't take other analysts' trade ideas and signals and stuff like that. I'm just saying for me, especially because of how, risky and quick my style is, I don't think that it's the right thing to do to just try to force something, because to me, there's no reason. So if I can teach you anything here, it's going to be discipline and how to sit cash, when to, be aggressive and when to not be, when to play offense, when to play defense. That kind of stuff. So, I feel like my job is not only to try to make you guys money and to try to make us money, it's also to teach you how to be an independent, profitable trader. And this is just what happens. A lot of new traders in the beginning, they struggle a lot with, not knowing when to sit cash, not knowing when to not take a trade. And that's what separates, them from professional traders and, profitable traders. So sometimes it can just come down to being that simple. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to take a trade today. Yesterday I didn't really plan on NVIDIA. It started moving the way I wanted to see it, and we caught a little scalp on it. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't some sort of A+ setup, but it was there. So that could easily happen again today. Again, I'm looking at the all-time highs on NVIDIA. Drug is down to 42. Meta's, still under that 600 level. Again, Apple was something I was kind of excited for. And this pulled back quite a bit pre-market here. So, NVIDIA is also, we heard from Lee this morning, NVIDIA is about $70 billion from being the most, like the biggest market cap company in the world, the biggest company in the world. So $70 billion may sound like a lot, but when your company is around $3 trillion, that is just a drop in the bucket. So it's, it's very, very close to that. I think if we see another, maybe 145 plus, I think we should probably be there. But again, I don't know. So we'll just see what happens. Again, don't force anything. Don't don't go in too heavy. No, it's I think it's NVIDIA Mastermind. That's at least what I heard this morning. So, I want to talk about this stuff because I don't want anyone to take any trades they shouldn't. There's maybe a few opportunities here, but for me, I'm not seeing anything that I'm just, in love with. So I'm going to be watching NVIDIA. I'm going to load up the NVIDIA 145 calls for this week. And we're just going to see what happens at market open. So until then, I'm here to answer questions or look at other tickers you guys would like me to look at. There's really nothing else that I'm going to be paying much attention to right now, unless it, kind of catches my eye on the side. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft's up a little bit. That's good. It's actually one of the stronger ones. The only thing is, like, I just don't want to trade it in here, TK. You know what I mean? It's like all this chop and just kind of stagnant movement. I'll be interested kind of up in this area, maybe down, around 410 and stuff. But, when it's sitting in this consolidation area, to me, the odds are just low, especially with how the market's been moving. PR, yeah. So I'm going to be looking at NVIDIA 145 calls. Yes. It's a penny stock. What your thoughts on GNPX? So I'm not a penny stock guy, as most of y'all know. Obviously, it's a massive runner here from 30 cents to almost $4. It's a big move there. Obviously, it's moved over 100% here. It looks like after hours. So I just have no interest in trading this kind of stuff, Clogs. If you're in it, definitely look to take profits. There's very, very few stocks that go much further than a move like this. So the last thing you want to do is to be buying up here. I would think I would, if you're going to buy at all, I'd be buying on like a pullback. But typically the guys that I know that make the most money on penny stocks are going to be the ones shorting them. They're going to be the ones trying to capture the downside move after this crazy run up, because this company shouldn't be worth what the stock price is saying. So at one point it's going to collapse, and that's where a lot of money is made. So I don't know. My advice is just be careful. Again, this isn't something I would ever trade, just because it's not really my style. Not because there's anything wrong with it. It's just not my style, and I'm not profitable doing anything like this, so I just don't do it. Oklo. Pretty strong here. So sorry. Yeah, obviously just ripping here. From $10 to 23 in a couple days. I don't really know what the news is here, Latvian, but I do think that, I don't want to be short this right now until it starts rolling back over. But, this is making new highs. Maybe there's something here. I'm not sure. I tried to create an account thing, but they're telling me I have to start with a guest account. Is this correct? I've never heard of a guest account mastermind. I don't know where you live. I don't know any of the specifics there, but typically you just make You just make an account with your like social security number and like just some basic information like that. And then you should be set up. So I would like to know some more details. We could talk with this in private as well. So just DM me and we can go over this stuff. But I've never heard of a guest account. To me, that doesn't make any sense. What's the stop loss for NVIDIA 145 call? So Apothees, I don't know exactly where I want to be getting in this. I mean, I definitely want to be paying attention to we closed yesterday 143.71. So probably going to be looking at that level. And then we also have, pre-market high 144.37. So I'll be looking at that. So, again, this isn't going to be a trade I'm going to be going in with like a big amount of size on. So my stop loss may be a little bit wider. But, pretty much I would like to see it just kind of, if it sells off a little bit this morning, it's okay. But once I start getting in, like for this 143.71 break and this 144.30 break, I definitely wouldn't want to see it go back under 143. But, I may even use like 143.50 as a stop loss, if I get in and it's already making a move up above 144. So, if we're in it and it's above 144, I definitely wouldn't let it go past 143.50. So on a chart, that would be my stop loss. I can't give you a contract price right now because I don't know what they're going to be priced at yet. And I'm not in and I don't know where my entry is yet and all that kind of stuff. So, I know that's not a very clean answer, but we just have to wait. We have that 2 minutes until the open. So again, we'll just see what happens. This could just sell off down to 140 again, and we have no trade, I don't use Webull PW. There are people that do. I always recommend Think or Swim, but there are plenty of people that use Webull and they like it. So hope that answers your question there. All right, we got about 1:30, guys. So just to make sure we're all on the same page, I got 145 calls for this week on the video loaded up. That's what I'm going to be looking to trade. And we'll see what happens here. This isn't some sort of A+ setup. This is just kind of looking for a continuation trade. And, just seeing if we can pick up some nickels and dimes here. No one should be in with too much money. Everyone should kind of size down on something like this, I think. And we're just going to have to wait and see kind of what this thing does. All right, 40 seconds. NVIDIA's the 5-minute 200 MA. Okay, nice. Good eye. About 20 seconds here. We're seeing a decent little green candle to the open. So, again, guys, if this just goes straight off the open like I did yesterday, I don't think that it's worth chasing. To me, that's going to be a very easy chance for them to kind of trap people trying to go long again. So just be patient here. Wait for me. I'm going to try to give us a safe entry if I can find one. It's not a day to lose money. It's just not a day to lose money. All right, contracts are decently cheap, $180. Red candle to start the day. I like the buying pressure, though. The market's starting to push straight back up, but NVIDIA is actually one of the weaker ones here. Red to green candle. It's interesting. Let's see if there's a wall at 144 here. Decent wall, nothing too crazy. Look at that, green back to red. Market tanking here. Look at that. 142 on the video. I don't want to see it go much lower. I don't want to see 142 get taken out. It's a little bit too far for this. I like the dip, though. So, I mean, if we could see some really aggressive buying, to me, that's a good sign. It's getting bought up here a little bit. Market still selling off. Another topside wick. Apple selling off too. Green a red candle there again on NVDA. This could just totally tank, guys. So we'll see. Don't really love the way this is moving here. I don't want to see it go much lower because we're already under 142 here. This is where I want to see some buying pressure really come into this. It's trying to bounce here a little bit. There you go. Little bounce. Want to see them close this up. The last two times we've bounced, you've seen it just get crushed again. So want to be patient with this one. I like that though. I may even try to play a new high of day if this thing really starts moving. Nice. Nice. So the high of the morning here is like about 143.35. So we may kind of get a little opening range break scenario here. Not going to get in down here. Just going to wait to get in closer to the high of the day. If this rolls back over for low a day, that's just what it's going to do. Market's really starting to push back to highs, and NVIDIA is slowing down a little bit here. Don't necessarily love that. Waiting for some volume here to come through this high a day. This isn't going to be a big trade, guys, but just remember, my entry is going to be right here around like 143.25. Trying to get in right before that high a day, but I'm going to look for that all-time high break. As long as this market can continue showing a little bit of strength here. Earnings season is starting, so that's the only thing I want to keep in mind is maybe the market is going to be kind of slow until some earnings start coming out. That's a very real thing that could happen here. So this is just not an environment to be too heavy in. Low a day, that sucks. I think this may be done. If we give up low a day with some strength here, we're probably done for. I like that quick bounce though. Buyers came in right there at 142 pretty quickly here. You can almost draw a tiny little downtrend here as well. Maybe they could use that breakthrough. We just need to get through 143. Through 143 with some volume and some aggressive buying. That should be enough for us. $142.50 in Q making new highs on the day. SPY trying to make new highs. NVIDIA a little flat here. I'm not sure I love how flat this is right now. Looking for one really strong candle to come through this right now. Here we go. We're starting to move a little bit better here. 142.80. Right at VWAP. So far, so good. Just looking for a nice little break here, 143. Gonna get in near that high a day. Nice. Let's see if this candle will close like that. I like this. I like this. The only thing the market could roll over, guys, it's a little iffy. We just closed over 143. All right. I think I may jump. I'm in these. Looking for this to break through this high a day. This will be an opening range break if we can get this. As long as we can hold above 143, I like it. Just looking for this high a day break here. High day is 143.34. 10 cents away from it. Market's just slowing down a little bit up at the top, which I'm a little worried about. So I'm going to use VWAP as my stop loss. 142.90. Very, very tight stop. Very, very tight stop loss here. I'm going to give it a second to test it. Testing 143. Nice buy up there. That's beautiful. Look at that buy up right there off VWAP. That's good. I want to see it hold back up there. Another close above 143. May just need to give it a second. We just tested VWAP again. Another good buy up there. Just need one nice push here through this high a day, and we have all-time highs, 143.71. Look at that. Look how aggressively they're buying that up off VWAP. I'd love to see that. I may even add into this. You know what? I'm just going to wait. Still just waiting for that new high to get taken out here, guys. Very small risk on the table. I'm in with very small size here. Nice. New high in the day. I want to see this start continuing here. My target is going to be looking for a 143.71 break here. Nice. 143.50. You can take profits here if you'd like. Small profits. I'm trying to let this thing run a little bit. Nice. Beautiful. All-time high is right here, guys. We have a wall at 144 as well. I'm going to go ahead and sell a little bit here just to take profits at $2 a contract. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Still in this, though, guys. I'm still looking for this all-time high. Nice. About 10 cents away. The only thing is, this might be right where it's going to slow down. So I already took a little bit of profits. I may take a little bit more off here to be safe. Trying to be patient with this one, though. I'm going to switch down to a 2-minute chart. I already have a little bit of profits in the bag, but again, I'm into a super small size. So I may even just, I'm going to use that same stop loss around 142.90, 142.80. Other than that, as long as we can bounce around above 143, I stay in the trade, look for this all-time high break, probably take most of my profits off here, and then see if I can see 144.37 pre-market high. Nice buy up there. Come on, NVDA. Still haven't seen a big volume candle yet. Let me check the wall. Decent wall at 144. It's kind of where I want my target to be. This is just moving a bit slow. It's just moving a bit too slow for me. Trying to stay patient. It could easily roll over here. So, again, you know where my stop loss is. But take a little bit of profits if you have it on those little pops. No one should be worried. This really isn't doing a whole lot yet. 143.25. We're still sitting above 143. NQ starting to bounce, trying to go back for a high a day. I wanted this to be a little bit faster. I don't like how it's stalling right here. Nice, 143.40. Looking for one nice candle here up to that high a day, and that should be all it needs. NQ trying to go for a high a day as well. Nice, Matenor. Here we go. New high coming in. 199 a contract. Take some profits here if you guys haven't. Still looking for this all-time high break. 202 a contract, 205. Beautiful. All-time high is the video. Okay, I'm selling a little bit more there. I'm down to half my position still on. I don't like how slow this is going. I may just take a little bit more off. I think I will. Only a few contracts left here. I would like to see 144, guys, but I'm already decently happy with this. I mean, just a little base hit trade, opening range break. I'd like to see it close above that all-time high, though. Volume to me is the worst part here. I don't like how there's not much volume in this, guys. I'm going to start selling a little more. I got to see volume getting a little bit higher. It's like the main problem here. 208 a contract right now, though. 210. I'm going to try to sell a little bit more at 215. There we go. 215, selling more. All right, I basically just have runners on now. There we go. There we go. 144 right here, 3 cents away. I'm going to sell the rest above that. I don't really care if this goes that much higher. I'm happy with this. May have to pull back a little bit. Understandable. Nice little buy up there. 2 cents off. 3 cents. Very tiny trade, but I'll take it. About 15% for me in total, but probably about a 20% move on the, let's see here, about 185. Yeah, I don't know, about 15%. I'm still in some runners, guys. I'm looking for 144. Obviously, those are break-even stop losses. I may even just stop out at like $2 a contract. So if you're not all out, I would honestly recommend doing that. We're at about 215 a contract here. Entry was around like 185, 190. So roughly 20 to 30 cents a contract. It's over 10%. Take it and get out of here. Who caught that? Who else caught that? Some of y'all had to have caught that. Out on the first exit, you did good. 18%, love it. When did you get out whenever I said? What made you sell Hypotheses? Nice, creator. You had a 150 buy. That's money. You could have got 30% on this. Good job. 144 just broke. All right, I'm selling. So I can get a little bit more out of that. Come on, I need more than a 5-cent break. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm all out now. Great job. Okay, good. I was hoping some of y'all caught that. Y'all were quiet. 228 here. Actually, 226 was my peak sell there, so that's pretty good. Not huge on the P&L by any means, but I will take that. You went with the smaller contract. Oh, look at that sell for me, guys, at the top. I went with the smaller contract, hit 30%. I love that. Good. Yeah, and that's actually a good thing. If you guys can't afford the contract that I'm trading, it's definitely going to be a little bit riskier percentage wise, right? So you saw, Josh Smash here made 30%, and I made about 15 to 20%. My contract was a little bit more expensive. So like P&L wise, or like dollar amount wise on the contract, I may have made more, but he made more percentage wise. But he could also have been down a little bit more percentage wise as well. But he's using less money. So good job on that, Josh Smash. If you guys can't afford it, for any trade that I take, if you can go a little bit further out of the money. But that's when I teach you guys, look for open interest and look for volume, right? You want to be with you want to be in a contract that has some volume. NVIDIA, you're never going to run into that problem, really, so it doesn't really matter. But for the future, for other, for other trades, volume is going to be your friend here. Look at that, guys. I think I sold at the very peak. How many contracts when we buy you suggest? Well, I mean, I can't give you an answer on that. It all depends on your account size. Some people can only afford one or two contracts, and that's a comfortable position for them, and that's just how much you're going to have to do. Some people can afford 5, some people can afford 10. It doesn't. It all kind of depends. I mean, there's times when I'm going in with $5,000 to $10,000 hypothesis. I bought 10 contracts today. I wasn't really looking for anything crazy, so I mean, I was in with about $1,800, right? So I mean, like not much at all from what I can typically trade with. But again, I wasn't looking for a massive trade here. So another form of risk management not only is using a stop loss, but it's knowing when to size up and size down on your trades, right? And so today I sized down, and still made a few $100. So I mean, it's not a massive trade by any means, but I'll take it. It's the consistency behind it. Looking back on it, could I have bought 50 contracts and made, 2-3 grand? Yeah, sure. But when you said you're trimming it too, I knew that was a perfect safe exit for a couple contracts. Yeah, no, I mean, making or even just selling that too. I mean, it's fine. That's probably about, 7-8%. We weren't really down on that trade at all. I mean, maybe a little bit red there for a second, but I think that was a safe entry to kind of wait. Yeah, it did take a second to kind of break through. I'm sure some of you guys bought in on that dip, but the last thing I want to do is try to signal it too early, and then we have a new low, and there's just no point. Microsoft, what's that doing? Oh wow, pretty good move on that, up about 1% today. Nasdaq and SPY are still red but small. They're coming back into break even. Honestly, Microsoft's the cleanest mover here. NVIDIA pulled back kind of hard. Apple's selling off. Meta's pretty choppy. Tesla's extremely flat. Drug is not doing anything anymore. Netflix is flat. So I mean, Microsoft. Let me check out Google real quick. Google moved pretty similar. That's typically how it goes for them too. But yeah, Microsoft pretty decent. Yeah. So next week, yeah, we have Microsoft. I think I think Apple's on the 31st. Because next week will be an exciting one for sure. Next week will be an exciting one. Track pool, you're good. I got in and out at 144. Yeah, that's the problem. Track pool, good job, dude. Well, you should come join our Discord. I'm sure there's a little bit of a delay on YouTube, so I'm glad you made money on that. But sorry, I haven't been looking at my stream. I've just been focusing on Discord. But great job. I will send you a link. Okay, one sec here. There we go. All right, cool. Microsoft blasting off here. Look at that. That's all right, Lord Jelly. You know, if you don't have all your tools at the moment, then you know sometimes you got to settle for less. But how can you complain? You know, we're already done about 20 minutes into the day. I hope you're on some sort of vacation or something, not working. Cut the falling knife on Triple M. Didn't that have earnings? Yeah, it did. What do you mean you caught the falling knife? Did you try to buy calls at the bottom, Chris? How did you trade that? Italy, dude. You didn't want to invite me? Got inputs. Nice, Chris. 50%. Beautiful. Yeah, let's go throw a party at his house. What's up, Bookie? Well, not a bad day, guys. I mean, you know, not a crazy viral moment kind of day, but I will take it. I do think NVIDIA can probably go for new highs, but overall, I'm gonna take that quick little scalp there, little opening range break, right? The bread and butter, nice and easy. And we'll get moving on, but I do have time to stay here longer since it's not Monday. Let's see here. See how this guy did. Uh-oh. We're all waiting. Anyways, NVIDIA trying to get back over VWAP right now. I don't even know. What does that even mean? I guess. I mean, so or Jag, you didn't make any money, what? Yeah, okay. Well, you late or early or anything? If you're going back to sleep, and we'll just talk about it later. But all right. Let's see what else is going on here, guys. Apple 233, Tesla absolutely flat. Nvidia starting to do nothing. Netflix doing nothing. Look at SPY. Look at this chop central. No volume on this. Looks like the day is almost over. Well, the morning maybe. But again, we have exciting. Well, we got Tesla tomorrow. That'll be interesting. We have Boeing tomorrow morning. Hey, Chris. We got. I don't think anything too special in the week, but however, there is something I should probably mention. Me and Shy and Duck are doing a Twitter Spaces today. Pookie, do we know if that is okay? 4 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so that's gonna be. We may need to just. I don't know if Pookie's still here. He is. I don't. Yeah. Regarding the Discord stuff, we could talk about this somewhere else if we need to. But yeah, so that'll be interesting. It's kind of like a preview of what me and Shy are planning on doing. More so like earnings stream kind of stuff. Obviously, Shy is going to be the fundamental guy. He's going to go over all of that, and then I'll be a little bit more the short term technical guy. So yeah, it should be good. It should be really good. If y'all that were in Florida, you got to see it kind of live, and that was just kind of on a whim. Like that wasn't even planned. So people liked it enough, so we thought about, you know what? Why don't we do something with this? PW, tomorrow's not premium. I'm not live trading tomorrow. Thursday will be free, and then Friday will be premium as well. So, yesterday, Monday morning was premium, and then Friday mornings are premium. Tuesday, Thursday are free. I have my one free lesson a week tonight as well. PR, yeah, man. Thank you. I hope you made some money. For anyone that did make money, throw it in the profits chat here. It's looking great. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time, right here where we're sitting in this in the free live stream channel. And it'll be just like this. I'll be sharing my screen, and I'll be talking to you guys, answering questions. So, KJ, my advice is to come with some questions ready. Don't be afraid to ask. There's no stupid questions. There's no bad questions. The only bad and stupid questions are the ones that you guys don't ask me, because I'm here. I do it one time a week for 1 hour. So ask. That's where you guys, y'all that may be struggling or whatnot, it's the work that you do outside of market hours that's going to put you ahead. When I started, I was, hours of YouTube and lessons and, any Discord lesson I could find in any Discord room I could find, I was there. Obviously, there's places where there's not as good polished information as others, right? But you wonder why I work here and I'm not in any other chat rooms. But yeah, so I mean, we can kind of turn this into a lesson. We're only about 30 minutes in, guys. So I mean, I won't keep you all day if we don't need to. But this is kind of the beauty of my style of trading, right? I mean, that trade was maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10, 15, 20% trade, and I'm done for the day. So, as quick and fun as that may sound, the hardest part of that is going to be knowing when to sit back, knowing when to not take a trade, knowing when to sit on your hands, knowing when to size up, knowing when to size down. Once you can master that side of it, all you do is just say, I don't care what the market's going to do, right? It's either going to do what I have planned and what I want to happen, and I'm going to take the trade, and I'm going to, make my money nice and quick, and I can go on with my day. Or it doesn't do what I think it's going to do, and I don't take a trade. It's that simple. It sounds very simple, but mentally that's why it's so hard. Mentally, making it, because a lot of new guys, they'll sit there for 30 minutes, they haven't taken a trade, and they feel like they just have to, or they're not working, or they're not quote unquote trading. They're just sitting there doing nothing. So all right, yeah, sorry guys, I was replying to some stuff. Definitely need some homework. I didn't understand the options interface from people, so I just watched. PW, it's all good, man. I mean, look, you don't want to rush into this stuff, you know. Everyone who starts trading wants to like take that first trade so fast, and I get it, right? I get it. There's excitement there, and money's involved, and you see other people making all this money, and you want to do that, and so, I'm not saying that's the wrong feeling to have, because it's very real, and I've been there and I've done that. So I get what you're saying, but just try to take my advice here. There's going to be another trading day. There's going to be another trading week. There's going to be another trading month. There's going to be another trading year. Okay. So don't feel like you need to rush into it. Like I said, as exciting as it may sound, I have, let's say you're a so free member, but I have lessons, on the premium side of my coaching like everything about options, anything about, brokerages, options chains, it's like an options 101 kind of lesson. And then, it's like a 12-week thing. So there's a bunch of recorded lessons. There's multiple seasons of these lessons. So, if you're ever interested in that, we do have all of that available. I mean, obviously we do have some free stuff as well, but that's where you could probably learn a lot of this stuff. But regardless, I hope to see you at the free lesson tonight, where you can ask me more. Look at this, SPY breaking out, NVDA breaking out. All it took was one candle there from SPY. New highs on NVIDIA. What are the key levels from NVIDIA trade percentage view previous levels of support resistance? So I had 143.71. I'll type these out for you. 143.71. I still have 144.37, which is pre-market high. And then I had 143 as kind of a support today. And then 142 I also used. So those are kind of my key levels right there. Shyster. And I also, 145 will be important as well. Look at that, though. everything is just doing nothing, and then it takes 1 to 2 candles there on futures, and NVIDIA rips a full dollar. Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, JWAG later, hypothesis later. Looks like about half the people are gone here, which is understandable. My day is pretty much done. So, again, I'm going to sit here. I can answer whatever questions you guys have. I hope, if you have questions on that trade that I took, ask away. Coinbase is starting to move. Let's see where Bitcoin is. 47.2. Sorry, 67.2. Little pullback from that 69,000 high. Coin's starting to push up here a little bit. Man, NVIDIA is just going to keep going here out of nowhere. That's the move I want. Really hasn't even broken out from yesterday. It's just kind of trying to make new highs here slowly. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Excellent question. What? Let's see here. I just closed out coin 475 to 57. Wow, Latvian, you're killing coin. I haven't traded that yet. Use VWAP. Good. See, you guys, this is a perfect example of Latvian working and constantly being at lessons and stuff and listening to me trade, and he learns how to use VWAP well. And look at that. He's trading things on his own now. And I mean, that percentage is pretty crazy. It's, over 20%, maybe 25%. When NVIDIA will close day at 34. I mean, who knows? Who knows what NVIDIA is going to do? Yeah, Pookie, I can agree with that. The Fulcrum. How's it going, dude? Long time. Something like that. When you said 145 call, that's saying that we will see it crease to hit 145. What I was seeing is small price 100 shares base price, like buying regular shares. It didn't seem like 100, but more like 40. Yeah, so I mean that's the whole point, right? So PW options, you're not going to get a 1-to-1 gain like you would a share, right? If you buy a share at $144 and it goes up to 145, you make $1, okay? But let's say that you want to make so let's just say that you want to try to make $100, okay? If NVIDIA moves $1, right? That means you need to have 100 shares. Okay, so that would mean if you bought NVIDIA at $144 per share and you bought 100 of them, that's $14,400 that you would need to do that. And then it moves $1 and you make $100 on $14,400, right? So That's why we use options. So you can trade these stocks that are expensive, but you don't pay nearly the amount of price. But obviously that means you're going to pay a smaller amount, and you're not going to make as much per $1 move, but still making 40% of what you would make, and you're only paying like 10% of the value. To me, is pretty nice, right? So that is, and when you said 145 call, it's saying that we will see it increase to hit 145. No, so that's basically saying like I can buy a 145 call if NVIDIA's at $130 a share. And if it goes from 130 to 135, I'll still make money on a 145 call. So, it's kind of like it's almost like buying shares, right? Think of it as like I can buy a contract wherever the stock is. And if the stock goes up, the stock goes down, I can make or lose money. But there's just other implications there, right? There's going to be like time decay, delta, gamma, stuff like that. All things that I've recorded in lessons. So it's complicated, but keep asking these questions. It's good. That's what I'm here for. Later, Lavian. Take care. No, PW, don't say sorry, dude. This is stuff that I'm here to teach you. This is why you're here. But you're only going to get so much out of the free side. So whenever you're ready to kind of make that next level, go up to that next level, just let us know. I think you've already got the basics down, like getting a brokerage and stuff like that. So once you're ready to take that next step, that's where you're gonna get more out of it. Yeah, I mean, kind of PW. You can kind of think about it like that. Later, mate Nor. The video trying to go for a new high here, kind of like a little cup and handle action. Let's see here, one sec. Sorry, guys, one sec. All right, let's see here. We'll try to be in the lesson tonight. Yeah, I hope to see you there. I hope to see you there. Just remember, guys, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get out what you put in, right? If you want to get good at this as quick as possible, you're gonna have to put in lots of work outside of market hours, right? You can't just show up every morning and say, I'm gonna listen to this random kid named Ethan tell me when to buy and sell, right? You're never gonna get to that next level if that's all you're doing. So, if you want to especially if if you want to stay as a free member, nothing wrong with that, but you're just going to get much less of the value that we provide here. Can't wait, Brickle. Any other questions, guys? I don't want to keep you all morning if you don't want to be here, but to me, it looks like things are kind of slowing down. I mean, I hate that Nvidia's kind of like making new highs here, but I do think that it could go higher, but volume is just not there right now. There just really isn't that much volume. We had two good candles there whenever SPY and NQ made new highs, kind of little mini breakout. I do think that, back through high day, I mean, this could easily go see 145, but is it really worth me losing money trying to pick up a couple extra bucks? I don't think so. So that's kind of how I look at it. Could I make more? Sure. Could I lose some? Definitely. I'll stick around for about another 5-ish minutes, guys. I have a meeting with the school here in about 12 minutes. NVIDIA pulling back here off its highs. How are you keeping track with your key levels? So, yeah, to me, it's just on the chart. You can see these white lines on my screen, Shyster. Those are just things that I've marked out with tools on my, on the software here, Thinkorswim, and I just leave them there. There are times when I can add or delete levels, but yeah, I just leave them on my chart and they're saved there. So every day when I show up, anything that I've drawn will be there. I think that's what you were asking. Cool. Well, guys, I guess we'll just call it here. Things seem to be kind of slow. Most people are gone. So, as always, thank you for being here. If you need anything throughout the day, feel free to just DM me or just ping me in any of the chats here. I'll be at my desk, I think, most of the day here doing work, other than a little bit of school. And again, We have in-phase earnings tonight. I'm going to be doing a Twitter Spaces with Shy, which I'm excited for. It's going to be my first one. For y'all that don't really know him, he has millions and millions of viewers every week. So it should be fun, a little intimidating for your boy. So we'll see what happens there. But again, I'll be around all day. So ask me whatever you need. Other than that, have a good day, and I'll see you guys tonight at the free lesson, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, adios.